Alright guys and girls, welcome back to another video of mine on my YouTube channel, Anthony Kenneth Bishop. It is Wednesday the 4th of December 2019 and it's 6:37 in the morning UK British time, which means it's like winter now. Just actually drinking some ginger, Pepsi, Max. Delicious. Anyway, so we're coming around this time of the year now. It's back to this time of the year again, Christmas time, where everyone gets flued up. Can't do the Christmas turkey because they're too ill, or they end up doing some nasty stuff all over the turkey while they got the flu and all that. Don't worry, no turkey basters this year, guys and girls. That's off the list. Anyway, that means I can't get a vegan turkey baster. Anyway, as I was going to say, it's Christmas time of the year. And people will be wondering, what can they get their family members for Christmas, you may be saying. And I actually recommend only one brilliant gift this year. The gift of Father Christmas himself. Or maybe from the parents who buy them, or maybe family members who want to buy it for themselves as a Christmas gift. And that is the Oculus Quest. Now, what is the Oculus Quest, you may be saying? You're intrigued. So, as you're intrigued what the Oculus Quest can do, it is a standalone, no PC, it's tetherless, so no wires, unless you have to, like, charge it up, obviously. It's a charging up. The battery, you get 2 to 3 hours out of it. Depends what you're doing with it. It is a fantastic headset, and I absolutely recommend it. It's probably one of the best headsets on the market. It's got an OLED screen in there, in the actual lenses. So let's see what the resolution is actually. So it gives you guys and girls a better aspect of view on it. So let's have a look. Oculus Quest specs. I know it's got a Snapdragon. I think it's an 835. So that's pretty good. It's basically most of the CPUs which are in the motherboards anyway, of the phones, mobile phones. The Oculus Quest has a similar design to the Oculus Go, but it features a more powerful graphics chip and active cooling. So when it gets a bit too hot, you'll hear the fan kick in, and then it cools it straight down. Turns it off a little bit afterwards when it's actually cooled down. The headset weighs 571 grams, 20.1 ounces, compared to the original Oculus Rift, which weighed at 470, so it's actually not, weighs a little bit more, basically, which weighed 470 grams, 17 ounces. The battery life is reported to be around 2 to 3 hours. Like I said, it depends what you're doing with it. Where is that? You can actually use a tether cable now. So you can actually use, it's called the Quest Link cable, which is basically, I don't know if I can find it. I'll just take the point out. It's basically this cable, but it has to be a specific one. Mine is actually Anchor, designed by Anchor. It's actually a really good headset and a good cable. I had to get it from America because the thing is with the American ones, the cable's like 3 meters, 10 foot or something like that. So I needed a long one so I could actually just stand in the room and use it. Now, the Oculus Quest actually uses these like little control pads or finger tracking, not finger tracking, but trackers. So it tracks the headset, and then you can be your hand in there. So if you're in a like sort of a first person shoot 'em at, you use the fire button, so you can just shoot that. The characters on screen. Whilst the Go is at the moment, the Oculus Go standalone is about 249 quid. That's for a 64GB. That's fantastic. If you guys and girls like sort of watch movies on the go and you just want to put a film on, it's absolutely brilliant. But if you don't want to play video games, then I would just recommend the Oculus Go standalone. It is much cheaper. The Oculus Quest, on the other hand, for 128 gigs, is about 500 quid, and that's from Amazon at the moment. So I think they did have it on sale around Black Friday. But if you got yours on Black Friday already, that's fantastic, guys and girls. Absolutely amazing. You won't be disappointed at all. You won't be disappointed. Not one single bit. I actually find it's the specs on it is about 72 hertz. I believe around about 72 hertz. Says no wires, no limit. So basically, with the headset, you get, I think, 6 degrees of freedom. So that means you can walk around. So basically, this headset here, I need to give this a little clean over because it's absolutely filthy. That is all it is. I need to get a new strap thing because it's starting to wear down a little bit with muck on the top of it. So I'm going to just like sort of clean that up. Probably put some more pads in it. I might get some silicone sort of stuff to go inside. Because I find, to be honest, it's quite heavy at the front. So when you got it stuck on your head, you start leaving these like little marks around the face here, guys and girls. I don't know if you can look at that. See the marks there? Just a little bruise there. It leaves an actual bruise on the top. So silicone. I don't know what's that. Silicone. Eyes. For the padding, light, soft, anti-sweat silicone. About $7.99 on Amazon. Pretty damn cheap. I think they're made from pretty much all different companies. Like all the Chinese companies make them and all that. They're pretty good and all that. But yeah. I mean, what can you do with this headset? You may be asking. Well, to tell you the truth, it's actually a virtual reality headset. It's like having a big, massive television on your screen head, but not actually having a 52-inch screen. Now, let's put this into perspective view. You've got, say, a 60-inch TV screen or 72-inch screen in your living room, and you think, oh, that's the life. You don't even need to get a TV no more, guys and girls, because you've got it all built in the headset. It's amazing technology. Everybody's going to be buying one at some point because they'll probably end up doing out of TVs at some point. It is, I think, about 1200, 1100 resolution pixels. I think 1100 pixels. Actually, let's have a look at the pixels. Let's have a look. Quest resolution per eye. Right, display resolution 1440 by 1600 per eye. So that's pretty damn good. So that's working out the total between both of them. You're looking at 2800 by 3200. So around about 3200 by 2840. So that's pretty damn good. Because it says 1440 times 1600. Put those two together because obviously Oculus Rift had 1080 by 1200. So this is kind of by 200 pixels by an extra 200 on top, so 1600 per eye. I think that's horizontally and vertical. Actually, not sure what the 14. Actually, 14 would be like sort of cross, so horizontal. Vertical 1600 be vertical upwards. So I think it's around about that. But I'll tell you what. Anyway, resolution on it. It's OLED. It's OLED. I think it is OLED because it's deeper blacks, brighter whites. Or is this? Oh. Screen quality has OLED in it versus the Oculus Rift, Rift S, which has the LCD. Anyway, back in a sec, guys. Alright, guys and girls, as I was saying, with the lenses or the actual displays, the Oculus Quest uses 2 diamond pentile OLED displays, each with an individual resolution of 1440 by 1600 and a refresh rate of 72 hertz. That's amazing, to be honest, for just that headset. Now, it is quite expensive, about 500 quid if you're going for the highest Oculus one on there, the gigabyte wise, 128 gigs. But I'll tell you what, it's actually very, very, very good. Anyway, so 128 gigs. And I'll tell you the best games. Right, let's go to the headset. We've done the headset. So let's go what we could do with the headset itself and what games are best to go for when you first buy the headset. Now, obviously, Beat Saber is going to be one of them because it's like a sort of lightsaber where you go around slashing up sort of coloured like things that come across the screen like dots and stuff. And you've got to chop them all up into the beats of the music. So you get the beat of the music. A load of great songs, and I think there's like about 30 odd songs or something. Might be a lot less, but I think there's around about 30 songs from different sort of artists. And you're like in a massive sort of arena, sort of area, not arena, but a platform, Star Wars platform. And then you end up going and using the lightsaber, just chopping them all up and trying to score as many points as you can. Absolutely amazing. I would definitely get that on day one of your Oculus Quest if you do decide to get one, guys and girls. Also, another great experience, which we're going to be getting soon, is Arizona Sunshine on the Quest. So yeah, on the Quest. So that will be coming very, very soon. Also, if you like Star Wars, guys and girls, I would actually recommend Vader Immortals episodes 1, 2 and 3. That works around about just under 30 quid, I would say, 27, 28 pound UK British pounds. It's basically you're playing this character who's like supposed to be helping Darth Vader, and then you find out Darth Vader's doing something really seedy and all that kind of stuff, and he's trying to bring Padme back alive using a crystal stone, and he's trying to suck out all the energy of the planet just to try and bring her back. It says, embrace your destiny, complete your journey in Vader Immortals, a Star Wars series, episode 3, with an ancient lightsaber by your side and the Force as your ally. You'll gain an army and launch an all-out assault on Darth Vader's fortress. So you end up going to the fortress, face legions of stormtroopers and vengeful Imperial officers before facing off with Darth Vader himself, the Dark Lord himself, in a heart-stopping lightsaber battle that will determine Mustafa's fate. So you end up going to the planet Mustafa, where his home like sort of castle is, and then you have like a duel with him and stuff. It's nothing. I wouldn't say it's anything like Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker in a sense, because it's way like a lot less different. But the graphics on it really immerse yourselves in it. But if you've got the Oculus Quest cable, the link cable as well, and you've got the headset and you're putting the Quest and the cable to your PC, you're going to have so much fun because there's a hell of a lot of choice on there. At the moment, I'd say it's probably over 100 plus different titles out at the moment on the Quest, and more is actually getting added each and every month. We've got like horror games. You've got games like let's have a look at my library at the moment. Apollo 11 HD, or what? To be honest, the PC version's HD. the Quest is a dubbed down version. You're always going to find on the Quest it's a dubbed down version, but it's not really that much dubbed down. You're still going to get great quality, great graphics, and using the 835 Snapdragon is pretty impressive. With the built-in sort of the 835 basically CPU and GPU built onto the same chip is basically the equivalent to your standard mobile phone chips sets on the mobile phones or your smartphones. So, but these ones are like, most of them is like the 8s. I think 855 is mostly the higher end ones. But this one's like a lower down version, but it doesn't take away the fact it's a great sort of headset in a way. Also, another great, actually with Apollo 11, as I was going to say, Apollo 11, basically you're in a rocket and you're taken off, and it's a 20-minute, 30-minute sort of, what's it called? Travel. You travel in the sort of the rocket, takes you to the moon, and you land on it. And it's pretty simple. You could do interactive stuff with it as well, going in, touching buttons and stuff, and then lining up and the stuff. There's nothing really much to it, but it's interactive in a way as well because you're using your controllers. Also, so yeah, Arizona Sunshine is another game which will be coming out, I think, this week sometime. So it's just in time for Christmas, and it's where you're in Arizona, obviously, name of the title, and there's zombies there, and you go around, kill zombies, you shoot them up, you go to different locations, more cartoonish style zombies, but they look really great, and it's a great, awesome game. And on the Quest, it will be, I think, maybe multiplayer, so you can play multiplayer game with co-op, and you can team up and do the campaign story mode, and you can team up and shoot all the zombies together. I think it might be up to 4 players, I'm not too sure, or 2 players. I'm going to have to look into that. Also, another great app which I've been using, but it's free. You don't get paid for it, or don't get charged for it, and that is Big Screen. I'm using there quite most of the nights. I will probably be doing some Christmas themed lobbies in there. Setting up my own lobby around Christmas Day. Probably put some Christmas movies on for people. Now, Big Screen is basically, you can set your own lobbies up, or you can go into a lobby which has already been done by other people, and basically puts you in a massive cinema. There's different cinema rooms you can go into. You can go into like a lounge with a big screen, and you can play all your films off your desktop and just have a great fun and stuff. I think they say it's legal as you can have up to 12 people in one room, and I think that's the legal rights on it. I don't know how it works, but you can play videos and films and content off it. So yeah, pretty awesome. And it's absolutely free, awesome. I'm usually in there. They call me Antonator T87 in there. You'll probably recognise me and stuff like, because I always do my Arnold impressions. Come on, get to the chat with me, Arnold. You got to do it now. And also, I've been playing, because that's on the PC as well, Big Screen. It's mostly on a lot of platforms nowadays. Also, if you've got the PC and you link your headset up to the PC as well, if you go over to Steam, another game I actually recommend is Blade and Sorcery VR Fantasy Sword Fighting. So it's pretty cool. You've got loads of swords, blades, daggers, you've got spears. It's a really quite cool game. I've actually just posted a video yesterday showing you what the VR games are. I'm going to be posting a lot of VR gameplay videos in the next coming few days. Also, something to do with games on the Oculus Quest as well, which I'll be playing on the PC, so I can give you an insight of what the games actually look like. Also, some great cartoons they've got out here at the moment. Crow, the Legend, which basically is a animated film, short animated film, about a bird, I think, or parrot, which goes on a journey, and they take out all the light or something, and he's got to try and get all the light back and try and get the sun shining again. It's kind of sort of childish game, like little kids game and all that, but it's quite cool. Not a game, but it's an interactive film. You just watch around 360 and all that. They've also got Blade Runner 2049 Memory Lab, but that's not on the Quest. That's only on the PC. I think The Crow is actually on the Quest, which is quite cool. Now, if you've got the Quest and you've got a gaming PC as well, I do recommend an absolute awesome game, Defector, which is like sort of 007 James Bond style / Mission Impossible style game, where you're basically a secret agent and you've got to do these like sort of missions which they put you in, try and stop a bomb from going off at the Statue of Liberty and all that kind of stuff. It's called Liberty City, where they put a bomb inside it and you've got to stop these terrorists from getting to it and blowing it up and all that. Absolutely amazing game. I will probably play some gameplay for you in a couple of days. Also, they've got the Disney Movies VR app, which is on the PC version of the Oculus store, but I don't know if that's on. I don't know if that's on the Quest. It could be, actually. It could be. Also, they've got Doctor Who out on The Runaway, it's called, which is an animated cartoon, but it's interactive as well. So you're basically teaming up with the Doctor herself, which is quite a fantastic game. Very short, but they've also got The Edge of Time, which is a puzzle-style escape game, which actually puts you in the story of the horrors of the Doctor Who's nemesis and all that, like the Daleks. You've got the Screaming Angels or the Crying Angels or whatever they're called. The Weeping Angels, that's the ones, the Weeping Angels. Which is actually apparently supposed to be like a horror style sci-fi game where you can just put bits and bobs down and you end up going into the areas and sneaking by all the robots and all that kind of stuff, the Daleks, until they actually terminate you. It's supposed to be fantastic though. I haven't tried it yet, but I probably will at some point when it's down a little bit in price. Also, Echo VR. Now that's a great game. That's where you're throwing a disc at each other and you've got to basically throw the disc to the other side of the enemy's team and get it in their go to actually win. So it's kind of sort of a bit like I'm trying to think that film Tron. It's a bit like Tron where you throw that like disc and you can knock each other out as well and freeze each other and slow each other down by punching each other in the face. But you're like in zero gravity. There's no gravity. Basically, you're floating around. You've got jetpacks and all that. Apparently, that's on the Oculus store, but not the Quest at the moment. But I think it is coming to the Quest. And at the moment on the PC version, it's free. Absolutely free. So I don't know if they will be free on there at all. Also, roller coaster. Epic Roller Coasters is really good. If you like roller coaster games and all that, I recommend that. That's on the Quest. You could buy that on day one as well. That's recommended. Aspire 1 VR Operatives. You play this guy is going in. He's got a mech suit on. I've done the first episode of it, the first mission, over on my channel here, which you can check out. It's called Aspire 1 VR Operatives. Now you play as a spy who's going in. You've got to try and infiltrate these terrorists and bad guys. Another little style James Bond game. Very recommended by me. And yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. Pretty good games. You go around with different weapons. You can pop all the bad guys with it. That is on the Quest as well. That's on the Oculus. Not on the Go though. It's not on the Go. But it's on the Quest and the Rift and the Rift S as well. So you can find those pretty much on all those platforms. Also, if you've got the PC version, I recommend anybody to try out Google Earth VR, which is awesome. Or you could try Wonders, which is actually the Quest version. On the Quest, it's called Wonders. which is a bit like Google Earth, slightly a bit. We got Gun Club VR, where you're in a firing range, choosing many different guns to fire around, and you can shoot all these targets, and they shoot back at you, and you can just gain points and score points and all that. Amazing game. That's on the Quest, that's on the Rift and the Rift S, and I think, not too sure what the price on that was, but I think that was around about 16, 15 quid. It might be a lot more, I'm not too sure, but don't owe me to account on it. Also on the PC, which I've been playing at the moment on Steam. If you've got the Quest and you plug the Quest into the PC, you can play the Steam VR games as well, which are not actually on the Oculus sometimes. But I've been playing hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades, where you've got hundreds of different variations of guns, attachments, and weapons, and you can shoot those weapons at hot dogs that run at you, and they try to shoot you with their guns. It's amazing, it's hilarious, it's funny, and they end up like blowing up like hot dogs basically when you shoot them. It's pretty cool, not that gruesome, and there's like sort of zombie versions of it where you can go into it. I Expect You to Die is another great game. I mean, they've got some great games here. I Expect You to Die is kind of a bit like a spoof, like a James Bond spoof. Got a great sort of intro, sounds like James Bond style music, but it's a puzzle game. So the puzzle game is basically you've got to try and get out of this room. It's like an escape room. You've got different tools, like sort of water comes through the wall, and you've got to try and stop yourself from drowning. So you end up using glue and then just try and glue the windows shut so they don't die. Or sometimes you'll get a fire and you need to get a fire extinguisher out and start spraying it. Or you've got to work a plan to try and get out where you're stuck in a car and the car's about to blow up, or something deadly's in that car. So kind of a bit James Bond theme style to it. But it's amazing. That is on the Quest. That's on the PC as well. Also, we'll do a couple more. Pavlov is a Steam game I've been playing. I think that's coming to the Quest for free at some point, I've heard. I think it's for free, so don't hold me to count, but I've heard somewhere along the lines they said they were going to do a free version on the Quest. Probably a downscaled version. Hopefully not, but you never know. Basically, Pavlov VR shooter is basically you going around doing free-for-all Call of Duty style things, but they have a lot of custom-made community maps where the community just gets together, they build maps like Call of Duty Die Rise or any of the Black Ops zombie maps that I put in there as well. Absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend it. I think that actually cost me quite a bit of money, actually. I think that cost me like 15, 20 quid or something when I bought it last time. Pistol Whipped is another great game. Don't want to miss Pistol Whipped. It's absolutely brilliant, actually. You go round, you got a pistol. It's kind of a bit like John Wick. You're doing fast. You got these guys trying to shoot at you, and you got to be quick, just shoot them on all of that. And dodge, weave, bob, and all that kind of stuff, and then shoot them. It's kind of like Beat Saber, but better, because you're moving around. You're going and you're doing it really quick. So it's amazing. That's definitely on the Christmas list for you guys and girls for day one of the Christmas list. Also, Robo Recall, which is absolutely amazing. So you play this a recaller who's doing basically trying to take care of robots that have malfunctioned throughout the city. So you've got to stop these robots. Kind of a bit like Will Smith's iRobot, which is an awesome film, by the way. Basically, you're a recaller. You've got to recall the robots back, shoot the shit out of them, and Bob's your uncle. And then you come back, and you've got different weapons you can do. You've got slow motion as well and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely amazing. That's on the Quest, and also that's on the PC version. But I would actually recommend the PC version as well, because the other one I think is called the Tethered Edition, or like a Tethered Edition or something. Also, Space Pirates Trainer. That's a bit like what's it called? Space Invaders, but like a 3D version, because you've got to try and shoot all these like alien spaceships that come down and all that, but they're not alien spaceships, they're like robot ships, droids and all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool, just like shooting with the guns and all that, using lasers, and basically got to try and get to your high score and all that. So it's another amazing game. Another great game if you like to try and get healthy and fit. Also, I would recommend Creed, which is on the Quest, which is a bit like Rocky. It's got Rocky character in it as well. It's got Rocky, it's got Creed in it, Apollo Creed. It's got Ivan Drago. It's got Mr. T in it. It hasn't got Tommy Gunn. I don't know why they haven't put him in there. Maybe for legal reasons, I don't know. But it's an amazing game anyway. It's keeping fit. You get healthy. You can put it on the highest difficulty levels, and you get a great workout. Also, Wands is a bit like Harry Potter. There's another game called Wands, Wands. It's called Wands. Now, basically, you've got like little wand sticks, and I'll back a set. Right. So anyway, as I was just being disturbed, so Wands is basically like a Harry Potter version of you having a sort of a wands fight, like between Harry Potter and the other guy, the blonde guy with his hair and all that, where they were having wand fights and all that. That's kind of, and you can upgrade, customize your weapons and all that, or customize your wand, have different powers and all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool. I recommend that one as well. Also, you've got free games as well, like Oculus First Contact. I would actually recommend you guys and girls to check those out. Very first though, is to try Oculus First Contact. That just gets you into VR if you haven't been in virtual reality before. Definitely go for that game first. It's absolutely free. I think that's usually the first games that are actually installed on the Oculus Quest at the start. Also, Oculus First Steps, where you get to dance with an alien, and oh, it's amazing. If you're on the PC version though, you've got an alternative. You've got Oculus Dream Deck, which shows you like a 360 version of what you could happen in VR, like you meeting sort of a T-Rex or a massive alien in front of you. It's amazing. It's just like mind-blowing. But anyway, guys and girls, there's going to be more games coming out in the future. Like at the moment, we've got Star Chart, if you like planets and planetary stars and alignments. That's pretty cool. If you like painting and sculpturing, they've got Sculpture VR, which is another great game and stuff. If you like if you're educating yourself in becoming a doctor, you've got ShareCare VR, which is basically looking at the body parts and the brain chemistries and all the diseases in there. That's absolutely free as well, and that's on the PC version of Oculus. We've got Shadow Point as well, which is absolutely awesome story-driven game. It's a full-length VR game, and that's on the Quest, and it's a puzzle game where you can use shadows and lights to unlock doors and all secrets areas just to get from point A to point B, and it takes you on a journey. It's an amazing game. Also, we've got real VR fishing. We can't forget that. If you guys and girls like virtual reality games, I recommend you to choose a fishing game, which I've been playing actually recently. I think I did a video I did do a video on my YouTube channel called Real VR Fishing. It's amazing. Definitely check it out. Also, if you're on the PC, I don't think it works on the Quest. I don't know if I've not calibrated it properly or not. But John Wick Chronicles is awesome, where he plays John Wick and go around shooting all the bad guys up. We've got Henry, which is a cartoon game for little kids, where basically it's this like hedgehog who's his birthday, and every time he touches people, something goes around and he pricks them with his like thorns. So that's a pretty cool game. Or not a game, but a sort of interactive movie. Cartoon. It's a short movie anyway. And that's pretty much what I've actually got up to at the moment. We've got Art Plunge, which is an arts gallery style game, but that's on the Oculus store, not the Quest store. But anyway, guys and girls, I hope I've actually sort of helped you made your mind up. It's an amazing headset. I do recommend it. You won't be disappointed. The headset's brilliant. It's great for anxiety. It's great for stress. And it's great for depression, I recommend, to be honest. Because to be honest, like, there's been talks, right, that it can help with depression and all of that. And I think it is. I think it is. It depends what you're playing on, though, what games you're playing on it. If there's people bloody trolling you on there. I mean, you do get into rooms where people are trolling all the time, doing stuff, and that's not really good for your anxiety or stress and all that. But you do get a lot of kids on there as well on the Quest. But I do go into these other rooms where you could just chill out with your friends and just like sit there all night, just talking crap and having a banter with each other and not taking life too seriously. But anyway, guys and girls, cheers for watching. I hope I made your mind up on this. But if you enjoy it, cheers for watching. Stay safe and see you on the next episode.